Yeah, I mean, I think all that matters here, well, I shouldn't say all that matters when you bring up litigation, and you can bet the NCAA is going to do whatever. I mean, they've been buying off Congress for years to be able to prevent federal legislation that would fairly compensate players. I mean, college football players right now have none of them have guaranteed health care in writing, zero. So if you go to UCLA and you work, let's say you're cleaning toilets at UCLA as a student, you're part of a student employee union. And so if you fall on your butt, you've got guaranteed health care. But if you're the Heisman Trophy winner at UCLA, well, I'm probably not going to be a Heisman Trophy winner this year, but if you're at UCLA playing football and you fall on your butt and break a bone and whatever, you're not guaranteed health care in writing. And that can be a really big deal if you're a freshman entering the school for the first time and you tear your Achilles. You know, there's been a lot of problems getting the schools to pony up to take care of those medical situations. One thing I wanted to bring up as well is part of this law, or I think it's like a second law, and I just saw it today, and I believe it was in your story, where the assembly is trying to pass an additional law that would prevent the NCAA and the conferences from implementing this, or I'm sorry, from blocking it, or preclude the schools from competition.
Well, so I mean that gets to the core issue here. So no doubt, one of the big concerns for college athletes is healthcare. The way this bill is written, it wouldn't directly guarantee them anything like that. What it does is it would preclude the schools and the NCAA from prohibiting or enforcing any rule or revoking any eligibility of an athlete who goes out and signs like a sponsorship deal with a third party, say like Nike, a shoe deal, or even if you're an athlete at USC and you do an ad for a local car dealership, or say you go and you sign some autographs while you're still in school, you can't lose your eligibility. So what it does is it allows these players to take advantage of their publicity and their notoriety while they're in school to make money off of that. It doesn't require the schools to give them any money. It only stops the schools and the NCAA and the SEC, the SEC, the Pac-12, and then the other conferences
from removing them from competition,
from saying that they're no longer eligible, right?
Or just taking away their scholarship. Was that part of the original bill, or did they add that after the NCAA went after them, threatening to?
That's essentially what the bill has been all along. I think what I was referring to is that this is common in any bicameral legislature where there's a House and Assembly, or even in Congress with the House of Representatives and the Senate. Once the bill goes through one House and then it goes to the next House, sometimes some changes or amendments are made to the bill. There were some minor changes here, and there was an additional section pertaining to community colleges or junior colleges added in the Senate here, in the Assembly. So the Senate would have to just approve those changes for the bill to become fully final. So it's kind of a winding path where it goes through one House, goes to the other, and then has to go back to the other House for final approval. But that could all take place relatively quickly over this course of this legislative session.
We're talking with Zach Zagger of Law360.